Hello all and welcome to Open the Door. I'm your host Josh Myhall. Within about this 15 to 30 minute, probably a 20 minute episode this time, we'll tug on your heartstrings a bit, try and connect you with similar issues that you may have be having in your life, and possibly turn that frown upside down. Disclaimer. I am in no way a therapist of any kind, but I believe we are all here to help each other, and even though I respect the degrees that those in the mental health field have gained, I feel it will in no way undermine my need and skill to help others. Degree or not, just help. If you can, open the door to possibilities only if you can. So, this episode was originally going to be a call-in from my mother, and she was going to explain how, my dad's passing affected me because I have a memory issue, and so I obviously forget stuff. But I don't remember exactly how I was. I explained a little bit in an episode previously that I, was hard inside. Like, I stopped being, I guess, a boy, or me. I stopped being me at the time. It really closed me off. And I don't know if I projected that out, or if I was just like a la-di-da-da-da-da, more of a kid, and forget about everything. But I like to hear from the outside point of view. I had this app work out, but apparently it didn't work, so now I gotta figure a new thing out. But if you know an app on a phone that can record calls and save them as MP3 or WAV files, which I can then use to play as music on this other app, please let me know at Josh Myhall, JoshMihal, or joshmyhall@gmail.com. Thank you. Okay, so this episode today we're going to talk about severe depression days, those days where you can't get out of bed and you're just like, I'm so sluggish, I feel like a failure all the time, I don't want to do anything, why am I here? And also insomnia. I suffer from insomnia every night. Some days are worse than others. Some I get 2 or 3 hours of sleep, some I get no sleep, some I get 10 hours. It all depends, it fluctuates. Also, I take medication. I take melatonin for it. It's not prescribed. You can buy it at any place that has over-the-counter medication. Melatonin. See, MELTONIN. That's about right. You just take one pill, and it's a natural sleep aid. It knocks me out, and I hope it helps for you. Let's see. So we're also going to discuss a little bit on negative thought patterns and how it's basically engulfs your whole entire day. I suffer from that as well as see, I don't understand. It's specifically it's flights of fancy where these things I plan out that never actually come to pass, and I'm like, okay. For example, I don't even know. I probably have thought of this, but let's say a car accident happens. Sure, the most depressing thing. One of the most depressing things you think about, right? Car accident happens. So this car accident happens. They hit a tree. Boom. Now, will they die? If they die, how will it affect their family? Will their family go to a funeral? Will that person be cremated? Will they be put in the ground in a grave? Then will their family be distraught? Or will they just be like, I don't care about this person? Or how would they divvy up their loot, their estate? It goes on. It's tangents. I had tangents of things that don't happen. I pre-plan stuff. I prep for things that don't happen. I'm always prepping, which is, in my position as a truck driver, it's good because I plan out okay, if this car's gonna come from me, I'm gonna turn this way. If if snow starts to fall here, I'm gonna go here. If the rain is too whatever. I mean, you plan out your day. It's good, but it's also bad. We got some Audio Slave in the background playing a little too high. I'm going to turn it down here. There we go. But yeah, so a lot is going on in my brain every day. So yeah, we're going to try to make this about a 20-minute episode, but we'll see. It might drag on a little bit. You can reach me again at Josh Myhall, JoshMihal, and that's at Twitter. Or you can go ahead on my Facebook, Josh Myhall, or joshmyhall@gmail.com. Any problems? put subject line, open the door, and then that way I'll know it's for that, because I get a ton of email. Not of all this great stuff. Some of it's junk. So, okay, we'll go ahead and start talk about the severe depression days. Now, I haven't had one of those in a while because my mind has been so active with everything else, and I don't want to disappoint people, so it's like, I have a job to do. I have to, make money for my family. I have to get this load that I'm running in a truck on time to this place. And then but sometimes the day just begins where I want it to be over already, and I just woke up. So I try to plan out, like, what am I going to do that night? And my goal, my drive is to get as fast, safe as possible, of course, through my day to get to that goal. Like, I get to see my family. Let's go. Boom. I get to read this comic book that I've been wanting to. Go. Boom. I get to watch a TV show, Daredevil, The Flash, whatever I'm going to watch that night. I'm like, I look forward to it, I listen to podcasts to get through my day. That does take a lot of my day, which is great. I'm not in my head as much because I'm in my head for a good reason at the time. Like, oh, that's cool. I'll write that down and think about whatever the podcast talks about. I want to thank Kevin Smith. His podcast has just, made me. I write I don't direct anymore, but I used to direct films, little films. I love doing it. It's a hobby more so than a career or anything. Direct films. I write films, scripts. I want to do that after I'm done here. Whatever my end game is as far as the job goes, I'm going to be doing films again. Oh, excuse me. It is 11 o'clock at night. Yeah, I've been up since 6, but I only got a few hours last night. Insomnia again, see, so. And I'm tired. I hope your day is going well, and I hope this podcast is helping you out in many, many ways. I thank you as the listeners for, being out there listening and giving me your comments and saying, hey, this has helped me, or I didn't know this about you, that's interesting. There's a lot of people out there. Tom, I don't want to say your last name because I don't know if you want to be on the podcast as your last name, but I'm glad that you have listened before and that, you believe this could help you get through your day. I'm definitely out there for you, man. You're my friend, you're my buddy, Anybody out there needs help, that's what I'm here to do this for. Again, disclaimer, I'm not a therapist, psychologist. I have no training at all. The only training I do have is hands-on. Like, sure, I have a mental disability, but that doesn't stop me. It has very much put a halt to a lot of stuff in my life. I feel like I should be further on in my life, career-wise or whatever. But I am who I am. I am where I am, and I'm Pipa the Sailor Man. No, I'm not Pipa the Sailor Man. So sorry to disappoint anybody out there. Yeah. Anyway, let's get back to this. Okay, so throughout that's tough. The really, really tough days, to where you don't want to get off the couch, you don't want to get out of your bed. You just want to lay there and sleep the entire day. Sure, it may feel great. Oh, trust me, it does. It feels great at the time, but you accomplish nothing. I can attest to it very much. I've done several days of that in a row. Not recently because I don't have the time to do that. And I'm glad I don't have the time to do that, actually. My lovely family keeps me going. Sometimes too much. Sometimes enough, I don't know. Sure, I get annoyed. Sure, I get mad. It's all on the inside. I don't try to take it out on anybody. I might snap, be snappy, not snap, be like, oh my god, everybody's gonna die. No, I might, be snappy and crabby, but that's just how it is. You just soldier on as it were, to be honest, with the way I feel days, I don't know how I made it this far in life. I mean, now, yeah, because, of course, my kids, my wife, a little bit of drive I have to write when I can write stuff. Escape into a fantasy world of, comic books, movies. It's hard for me to escape into movies now, though, because I've done movies, so it's like, oh, I can't do that, what's that called? Suspend disbelief. But I'll watch a really bad, cheesy comedy. Oh my god, Howard the Duck. If you've never seen it, go watch it at least once. It is bad. It is stupid bad B comedy. I think it's supposed to be action sci-fi, but it's definitely a comedy. There's not a huge following, I don't think, out there. But if you like Howard the Duck, message me. Let me know, hey, I love it, or that is the dumbest movie ever. But yeah, I don't know. Stupid movies like that, dude. I grew up with Neverending Story. That's going to be another podcast of what I recommend, 80s and 90s. So check that out too. It's on the same RSS feed. It'd be what I recommend. I'll post that too when I'm done. That probably won't be tonight. I'll probably just do this one and maybe a comic book one tonight, and then see, I'm dating these things. I'll give you guys the breakdown of my podcast evening. It's usually 3 podcasts, but yesterday I didn't do any. The day before I didn't do any. So this I have to play catch up. But I'm so tired and not wanting to do it. Actually, I did get a more of extended, so now I can do 45-minute podcasts if I wanted to. I may do that for the comic book one just because I have 3 issues to go through, and I could just knock them all out to you guys in one big podcast. Let me know. Would you prefer to hear 15 to 20-minute podcasts from me, or a whole 45-minute segment of just these comics? Once I get better at it and I can give you details more and everything and describe the comic books better and what's going through. See, I'm another tangent I went off and see what happened there. Once I get that all done, then I'll once I get better at it, I'll definitely have to break it down into 15-minute increments and just be like, bam, 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 here you go, and then you will love it so much more. I don't know. Anyway, back to depression. Oh, how sad. Yeah, but it is the topic of the day, right? Night. Subject of the podcast. All right. So severe days, yeah, you can't get off the couch. You want to do anything, you feel like a failure, you just want to die. Trust me, I've been there a lot. I mean, I can understand what you're going through. I could actually understand. People say, oh, I understand. No, I can actually understand because it happened. It happens to me. My suggestion to you is, my suggestion is, because it works for me, it might not work for you, you could try this. Decide, hey, at the end of the day, I want to do this. But to do this, I have to get through this day by doing whatever productivity, productiveness, there you go, to get to that. So I have to go to work. I may not want to, but I have to. I have to go to work. I need the money, for whatever reason. You have to get the hell off the couch. Get the hell off the couch. Get the hell off the couch. I don't know who that was. Just an impression of nobody telling you to get off the couch. Okay. I am Optimus Prime. Get off the couch. Was that good? That was a decent impression, I think. Probably rushed, but whatever. So Optimus Prime tells you to get off the couch. I think if what is he, 30-story robot tells you to get off the couch, you might listen. So, once they start building the Transformers, maybe that'll help your depression. I don't know. If I had the money to build a Transformer to come to your house and get you the hell off the couch, I'd do it. But I don't have that kind of money, so whatever motivates you to get off the couch, do it. Your kids, your wife, grandparents, your parents, your in-laws. It doesn't matter who it is. If that motivates you to get off the couch, there you go. All right, let's move on from severe depression to insomnia and how it affects your depression. I mentioned a little bit. I suffer from insomnia, and it is not fun at all. I do not like it. I lay there for hours sometimes, tossing and turning, not able to go to sleep. My mind will not shut off. Oh my gosh, my brain. But eventually I wear myself out enough to where I just pass out. So that does happen. I mean, I'd like to get to the point where, although the medicine helps sometimes, where it does take an hour or two to kick in and then I'm out. But otherwise, if my mind is too active, that medicine doesn't help me at all. It'll just